Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is why tolerate a life of unhappiness? Why tolerate an unhappy life? Okay, before we dive into this message today, I want to say welcome. Welcome to all of the new viewers. Welcome to all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to this channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are now available in my online store. So just go down to the description all the way to the bottom, and you'll see a link that says online store. Just click on that link, and there you have it. Okay, now it's time for today's affirmation. And for those of you who are new to the channel, every day we start our affirmations. And this is to help you on your spiritual journey. Doing your daily affirmations is part of it. Okay, so on this channel, we will do a daily affirmation. And here's today's. I am attracting all the love I dream of and desire. Okay? I am attracting all the love that I dream of and that I desire. Remember, the power is in you. It's the energy that you put out. It's the energy that you'll get back. So put out love, and love is what you will be attracting back into your life. Okay? Let this be in your spirit today. I am attracting all the love that I dream of and desire. All right. Now, as an appreciation to you for your support of this channel, once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a deck just like this one, just like the one that I have been using for our daily affirmations, to one of you lucky subscribers. Once we hit that number, I will be announcing a lucky subscriber on the channel who will receive this deck. So we're almost there. So keep watching and keep listening for the lucky winner of this deck. Okay? All right. Now let's dive into the message today. Why would you tolerate an unhappy life? Okay? All right. Now this message was inspired by a letter that came in. So let's dive into the letter, and then we'll talk more about this message. This young lady says, I personally know many women who are in relationships where they tolerate their unhappiness because they settle and say they could do worse. Well, that's because that's the way they think. They settle because, like you said, they think they could do worse. You understand? So, it's free will. You can settle if you want, but you really don't have to. Okay? It's really up to you. It's the way that you think about yourself. It's the value that you put on yourself, whether you feel like you need to settle or not. Okay? I have a sister who has been married for over 20 years, unhappy, and told me she has learned to ignore her ignorant abusive husband and says she just goes upstairs to her room to get away from him. What is the point of being married if you have to live like this? Well, let's say this. This is something that your sister settled on. It was her will, her free will, and she decided that this was for her. Okay? Now, we can't judge her because she decided that, to settle for that. She decided to settle for it. Nobody made her. It was her decision. And then she lives with it. People, it would be up to your sister to decide whether she wants to continue in her situation or not. Not for you to decide and not for you to judge. It was her decision. You understand? And she's living with her decision. There may be other reasons why she's staying in that situation. It may have to do with finances. Maybe he is the supporter. Maybe she likes her life otherwise. You understand? There are different reasons why she decided to stay in that situation. Okay? And it's very difficult for someone else on the outside to judge what she has decided to live with. Okay? It's her decision. Now, for women who are living in an unhappy situation, again, you settled. You decided. And it's not always obvious to other people why many of us decide to go into these situations. Okay? It could be she's staying for religious reasons. All right? Because many religions believe once you marry somebody, you're married for better or for worse. She may stay in the situation because of that. People, if you are in an unhappy situation, it's because you have settled in it. It's your decision. Okay? And if you are unhappy in it and you decide that you don't want it anymore, it'll be your decision to leave it. Nobody else can make that decision for you. It's your free will. So, sister, I understand your concern for your sister, but you can't do anything about that. It's her decision whether she wants to stay in it or doesn't want to stay in it. Okay? But I will address why many women do stay in unhappy relationships, marriages, okay? Because of the vows that they took, for better or for worse. Many times women take these vows more seriously than the men do. Because when a man is ready to leave, he's not going to worry about what vows he took to stay with you. He's going to leave. But women will. Women will stay there and tolerate hell because of the vows that they took. And if they are religious, that's just a double whammy why they'll stay in a miserable relationship. I've known women who stay in abusive relationships. I mean, physical abuse because of religion, because of finances, okay, and because of the vows that they took. But again, ladies, it's free will. It's really up to you whether you want to stay in these situations or not, okay? And it's according to what you believe. What you believe. Now, fear can be a big part of it. Fear of the unknown. Okay? Like you said in the letter, that someone said that it could be worse. That's fear-based. If you're staying in a horrible relationship because you have a fear of the unknown, well, then you are allowing fear to direct your livelihood. Fear. You understand? Don't live your life in fear. At all. At all. If you are unhappy, leave. Leave and start over. And build something for yourself. That's why I always tell ladies, be self-sufficient so you don't find yourself trapped into these miserable situations that you don't feel like you can leave because you're fearful that you won't be able to support yourself. Fearful that if you run to somebody else, he could be worse than what you have already. You understand? All of this is fear. Because you haven't taken time to build a life for yourself. And if you do that, you won't have fear. You won't have fear at all because you have the power to create your own reality. And you know you have the power to do it. But many of us, we have given our power over to someone else to create our realities. Okay? And now you live your life in fear that that person may either leave you or drop you or decide they don't want to provide for you anymore. You see? So you spend your life doing whatever, tolerating abuse or bending over backwards just to keep it going. Just to keep it going. And that's why a lot of women tolerate unhappy relationships, marriages, partnerships, or whatever. That's why. Because of fear. Okay? Fear can stop us from doing a lot of things in our life. You understand? Be brave. Be confident. And if you're on your spiritual path, all of this will build in you. And that's why I encourage you to do that. Okay? Now, I hope that you understand my message about tolerating an unhappy life. You don't have to. You don't have to tolerate an unhappy life. You build your own life and make it as happy as you want it to be. It's really up to you. You have the power within you, ladies. And this is what I want you to firmly understand. Quit giving your power away to other people. And then now you're saying you got to tolerate an unhappy life because you've given your power to someone else to do with you whatever they desire. That's why you're unhappy. You understand? Harness your own power and take control of your life again. All right? Okay, now we have another letter here. And let's see what she says. Okay, this young lady says that she grew up with narcissistic parents, siblings, and the worst is having a child with a narcissist. Okay, and she is an empath, but she has low self-esteem. Okay, and her issue is, I don't know why most of the time I am always afraid and having lots of heart beating for no reason. And I get nightmares about relationships with a narcissist. How can I explain this trauma? Okay, all right, from your letter, it looks like that I'm sure you have suffered from narcissistic abuse. If you married a narcissist or had a child with a narcissist, you had narcissistic parents, siblings, whatever. You have always been around narcissists. I'm pretty sure that you have suffered from trauma being with these narcissists. And you need to heal from that. You need to get on your spiritual path and start your healing. Now, watching my videos every day will help you Number one, because we start with an affirmation every day. And this is part of your healing process. Okay? And then all you'll need to do for the rest of the day is to meditate. Spend about 15 to 30 minutes in a quiet place. And if it's outside, it's even better. Just to quiet your mind and listen. Listen to your intuition. Okay? And whatever help that you desire in your life, you can mentally ask the divine for your desire. And then meditate. In meditation, you're just listening to what comes to you. Okay? And then come back for your daily affirmation and then listen every day. And before you know it, your intuition will start leading you toward your better good, things that will make you happy in your life. And your reality will begin to change right in front of your eyes. But you trust in the universe for your blessings. Understand? Now, many times people get it wrong. Get it wrong because when you start in your spiritual path, then you trust that the universe will deliver these blessings to you, which means these blessings come in divine timing, not in your time. You understand? Just because you ask and you don't get it right away, it's because you need to grow. You need to heal. You need to raise your vibration to receive your blessings. But this is the start. You have to start on your spiritual journey. And these nightmares will cease once you begin to grow spiritually. Okay? That's how you stop that. Okay? Hop on your spiritual journey. And to start you on your spiritual journey, look in the description of this video. And you'll see two links. One link is how to start your spiritual awakening. And the other link is a sister site, All Things Spiritual 777. And on that channel will help you with your meditation process. It's some guided meditations on there. It's some quieting music and sounds that will help you to quiet your mind so that you can hear what your intuition is trying to say to you. So there are some tools there that will help you get started. But you must get started. If you want to stop these nightmares that you're having, and it's coming from your narcissistic abuse. That's where it's coming from. And you need to change that to raise your vibrations and get on your spiritual path. Okay? All right. Now, we do have one other letter here, and it's a short letter, and it's about abortion. Okay? All right. This young lady say, can you please talk about abortion? What are the consequences spiritually? Being very young, confused, and afraid with no support or guidance from mother and boyfriend. Your boyfriend can't give you any guidance on this. Will that curse follow you for the rest of your life? How to heal from such guilt? Okay, let's talk about abortion from a spiritual perspective as I know it. As I know it. Okay. Let's talk about birth. Okay, let's start there. Okay. Now, we are spiritual beings in a vessel, in a physical vessel, so that we can live in this dimension. I'm going to go slow because I want you to really understand my perspective of this. Okay? We are spiritual beings living in a physical vessel so that we can maneuver and survive in this dimension. Okay? All right. Now, the fetus that grows in your pregnant belly is a vessel. It's a vessel. Okay? Once the vessel is born and breathes life, that is when I believe that the soul enters the vessel. Okay? The soul enters the vessel once the fetus breathes life. Okay? Which means I do not believe that the soul is inside of the vessel before the vessel is born into this dimension. Which means I want you to I want you to understand what I'm saying here. Which means I don't believe that you would be condemned to abort a vessel. A vessel. You see, people who are against abortion believe that the fetus is alive. You know, like you are killing a being when you terminate a pregnancy. I don't believe that. I don't believe that because the soul has not entered the vessel. You understand? So you're not killing it. You're just eliminating the vessel, not the soul. The soul has not entered the vessel. The soul is not living in the vessel when the vessel has not been born. Okay? That's my take on abortion. I don't think that there's a problem with it. I don't think that you should spend your life being guilty about it. You understand? You prevented a soul from being born, but maybe that soul was not ready to be born. You aborted it for something. Everything in life happens for a reason. I'm going to say that. Everything in life happens for a reason. Maybe that particular soul wasn't ready to be born. Therefore, you were prompted to abort it. Okay. There are many reasons for abortion. But what I'm saying, I don't believe that you are killing anyone in abortion because I do not believe that the soul has entered the vessel until it is actually born and breathes life. That's when the soul enters. Just like when the baby is delivered, it's a lifeless vessel until maybe they slap it to breathe life, and that's when the soul enters the vessel. That's what I believe. Okay? All right. I hope that you understand that, and I hope that it wasn't too complicated for you. But yeah, I don't have a problem with abortion because I don't believe that the soul, which is you are your soul, your energy, your life force. I do not believe that life force enters a fetus until it is born. Okay? So to abort the fetus, you are just eliminating the vessel. Okay? So I hope that you all understand that. I know that was pretty deep. And I really hope that it helps someone. Because now I'm not saying to just go out and, just abort babies. Number one, do not get pregnant. In today's world, you don't need to get pregnant unless you are sure that you want to create a living soul. You want to create a baby. You understand? Don't get pregnant. And don't allow these men to fool you and make you think that if you get pregnant, then everything's going to be lovely. Don't do it. And ladies, please don't go out here and try to have these babies to trap men. Don't do that because that's deceitful and karma will come back to get you for that. You'll have a very hard life trying to fool a man by getting pregnant. Okay? But as far as abortion is concerned, I do not believe that you would be spiritually cursed because you decide to abort a fetus. Okay? I don't believe that fetus can be called a child until the child is born. Okay? All right. That's my take on it, and I really hope it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Please send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter, and I will comply. I want to thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for your letters and your comments. And a special thank you for those that leave a donation. I appreciate all of you. I wish you all well and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.